I am aware that from a certain rank,
for General Madondo, the Galakala, and that entire list. And I do not have any other A1 statement that introduces them by Mr. Adams being the complainant.
If you look at, through your chair, if we look at 3479, paragraph 2, on or about early October 2024, I received information anonymously surrounding alleged fraud and corruption being perpetrated within the Division Crime Intelligence of the SAPS. The allegations related to the questionable lateral transfer of Major General Madondo from KZN to CI head office by Lieutenant General Kumalo, who was assisted by other senior generals to do so, knowing that she failed a top secret clearance for many years. That is where I see it.
Okay, so that statement then introduced General Madondo.
That statement introduces.
You remember we have Brigadier Van Vuren, we have, I think, Brigadier Bobby, we have Mube, we have all of them. There are about 8 in our section 28. We account for only 2 if these statements get us there, but just for the moment accept that they do. We have only 2 whose vetting clearances are questioned. Do you read the documents as I do?
Yes. In these, the vetting that is being questioned is that of General Kumalo's and General Madondo.
Yes. So our section 28 is, in part remains unanswered. We don't know why you are inquiring into the vetting of the remainder of the people listed there, except of course for Brigadier Mukwele, because her statement is different. My second question is, if page 3475 suggests that former Minister of Police Becky Cele was involved in this, I take this to be the crime. Am I reading it correctly? Julie assisted and by General Masemola, who fast-tracked the clearance of General Kumalo, knowing that Kumalo did not have a top secret clearance for many years. My first question, what crime is being complained of here?
I am aware that from a certain rank, they are all supposed to have security clearances as per their own internal requirements, and that not having security clearance at a specific rank does not allow you to occupy that rank.
Yes.
Yes. And so for me it would be, it is more a contravention of either the Intelligence Services Act and or the contravention of a standing order of the South African Police Services.
And what crime is that?
So in this paragraph,
if I may just add, remember we should keep at the back of our minds section 7, bracket 1, bracket capital A. What crime is that to bring whatever was happening here, assuming it is correct, within the mandate of IDAC?
So we are reading one statement.
Yes.
And the question you asked in council is based just only on this paragraph and what crime it commits.
On the vetting issue.
On the vetting issue.
Yes, on the vetting issue.
So if a vetting is fast-tracked, what crime is committed? So if a national commissioner fast-tracks the vetting of one of his generals, what crime is committed there?
The likelihood, Commissioner Kumalo, is that in the manner in which it is done, that there could be fraud having been committed, because there are certain processes that happen, and there's it can't happen in 3 days. There's checks there's you've got to go and do background checks, financial checks. There's quite a few things that must happen. So it would mean that either something fraudulent happened, which could be the only case, but the bypassing of the vetting would be a contravention then in terms of the intelligence services. So other than the fraud, if it took place, there isn't anything else there that would bring it into the mandate.
The question, Ms. Sillo's question is, what places that within the mandate of IDAC? Even if what you're suggesting were to be shown to have happened, they fast-tracked it and they committed some fraud in the process, why would that be something that falls within your mandate in 7.1a?
Just merely in terms of the fraud, nothing else.
But you do remember that when you appeared last time, you accepted that the fraud, theft, and that list, forgery and uttering, they have to be related.
Yes.
To the main.
To a financial crime.
Yeah.
Or commercial crime.
A serious corruption. So why do you say that would be so in this case? Why would the fast tracking of a security clearance or vetting constitute a serious crime of corruption that falls within 7.1a?
I hear you, Commissioner Baloy. I can't take it further than the point that you've made.
Is another way to your answer a clearer way that you don't see why it would be a crime?
As it stands here, I cannot see.
That comes within your mandate?
Yes.
All right, thank you.
And we know that General Khumalo is facing charges and potential arrest under case 453/06/2025, and that's pertaining to the vetting issue. Is that correct? The warrant of arrest that was suspended, it relates to the vetting issues, doesn't it?
I speak under correction. It relates to the vetting issue of General Madondo.
Of General Madondo?
Yes.
And
the fraud related to that vetting.
Not General Khumalo's own
Not
vetting?
General Khumalo's vetting. Okay. It relates to a role he played allegedly in
General
that
Madondo
contravention.
Thanks for that. Thank you for that clarification. When you...
So he potentially faces an arrest for something that may not fall within the mandate of IDAC, given this last discussion that you and I had?
I cannot say that not having full sight of all the evidence, given that the allegations against General Madondo in that matter relate pertinently, from my recollection, to her having committed fraud, having misrepresented her position, and that he then knowingly accepted that fraud and then perpetuated the process further, not the vetting.
Yeah, that's why I limited my question to our vetting discussion, that insofar as that a charge that he's facing may relate to vetting, one of the charges, if there's more than one, may relate to vetting, that potentially may be a charge which doesn't fall within the mandate of IDAC, given what we have discussed.
Yes, it would only be the fraud relating
Yes.
to the alleged fraudulent documents, remarks, etc., that would have been made by General Madondo.
Thank you.
Johnson, do you not sign off on the processes that lead to the warrant being issued? Does that happen behind your back? I was under the impression all along that before your investigators can seek warrants, they have to come to you for sign off.
No, Commissioner. What they do is before they sit with the prosecutors and they then compile those applications for the warrants. They are checked by the prosecutors and by the deputy in that team.
So you play no part in that process?
Not in the warrant process. We are then briefed afterwards that, or before the warrant is executed, sorry Chair, that before it is executed, we are then briefed that there is an impending arrest.
Thank you, Commissioners. Then on the logic of case number 453/06/25 against General Kumalo regarding General Madondo's vetting or the lack thereof, I take it IDAC is preparing to charge and arrest former Minister Bheki Cele and General Masemula for General Kumalo's own vetting shortcomings. Logic dictates that that should follow.
As I indicated, I'm not vested with the cases at the moment, but that logic does
That
follow.
logic does.
Yes. I can't argue the logic away.
It's on the logic of your answer. Would it be appropriate, though, to be investigating such and threatening to arrest Minister Bheki Cele, former Minister Bheki Cele, and General Masemula for the fact that General Kumalo was hired into crime intelligence without the vetting clearance, in the absence of any fact that he in fact did not have clearance, which was an absolute prerequisite for his appointment? Is it appropriate to follow that line of investigation culminating in potential charges and arrest based on what you have at 3475?
No, unless they fall within other offenses that are not here.
Well, it doesn't have other offenses thus far.
Yes.
And this is a statement that was commissioned by Mr. Perumal on the 6th of January 2025, as you see from page 3746. And just like our previous
page
3476, you remember
3476, yes.
Yeah, we changed numbers,
yes.
Numbering. Just like the previous one we had, they seem to have this perennial problem of being signed both at Pretoria and Cape Town. It's consistent, that error, through all of them.